Hi everyone, my name is Olivia. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas Day 20. Like, girl, I can't believe Christmas is coming so soon. This year has gone by so quickly and it just zoomed by. Like, Zoom is named Zoom for a reason. That's insane that 2020 is already over. It literally felt like just yesterday when Australia's forest fires were happening and now Australia is just thriving and not having to wear masks. But no. Yeah, I guess this video is just gonna be me reflecting on my whole semester and me getting emotional that I'm already an eighth of the way through college. I'm just gonna be talking this whole video, so if you guys enjoy that, stay till the end. If you guys didn't know, this past semester was my first semester at Boston College as a freshman. Yeah, and obviously the school life was extremely different than how it usually is, but I'm honestly so grateful that I was able to go on campus because when I did come back home, starting from Thanksgiving to the end of the semester, it was extremely hard to be productive. Something about being alone just makes you different. College just changes you. Today I actually took my last final, so that literally wraps up my first semester of college. So if you guys didn't know, I'm studying nursing. So the classes I took were anatomy and physiology lab, life science chemistry. So it's different than general chem. We don't have as many organic chem stuff. It's more like life science, chem discussion, chem lab, perspectives, which is a philosophy and theology course, freshman nursing seminar, and I'm also part of the Seco Scholars LLC, which is specifically for nursing students of color or underprivileged or first year students. Yeah, and we have a 1 credit course for that. So honestly, all the classes I took this semester I extremely love. So the only class that I got to choose was my perspectives class, which is the philosophy and theology class. And I guess I chose to be part of the Seco Scholars Learning Living community, so that 1 credit course was also chosen by me. And I'm honestly so excited to be a nurse because everything I took I extremely love. Anatomy and physiology, if you guys saw my day in my life as Boston College video or whatever it's called. Anatomy and physiology is one of those classes where you literally cannot catch up with the teacher because she just talks extremely fast. You have to do so much work on your own. You have to do a lot of studying. It's a lot of like taxing hard work. But I love anatomy and physiology. Like, I love the content that we're learning, and that just gets me super excited for nursing. For life science chemistry, it's really cool to see how chemistry really applies to our bodies in a more like nursey way, not just like,
oh, we have the mitochondria and that produces ATP and that's in our body. And so then when I do this, that's ATP.
you know what I mean? But chemistry is also super cool. Perspectives, oh my goodness. I could literally go on and on about this. If you guys are a prospective Boston College student, I really suggest taking perspectives. So first of all, Boston College requires you to take a philosophy and theology course. That's part of the core requirements. You can either take like philosophy and theology separately, which means that you have to take 2 semesters of philosophy and then 2 semesters of theology, or you can take perspectives and pulse, which is philosophy and theology combined, so you only need 2 semesters of perspectives or pulse total. So perspectives is more like reading based and pulse is more like service based, but also it's not guaranteed that you get into pulse. And perspectives is only a first year course, so if you want to take a gamble, you can try to not take a philosophy and theology course in your first semester and gamble that you'll get pulse in sophomore year. But if not, then you take perspectives. And I honestly like really enjoy like volunteering and stuff like that, so I really wanted to do pulse because I can get credit for doing something I love, right? But then in order for me to be part of this learning living community, I had to join the perspectives class. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll do it. I cannot emphasize this enough, like the things that I've learned in perspectives, I will never forget them. They've just established like kind of a basis for faith. It affects people in different ways, of course. They don't look at it from a religious point of view. They kind of look at it more from an analytical point of view. And that's kind of something I needed, I think. I needed people to question it, and being in that environment and being a Christian my whole life, I need that like kind of stimulus so that I need to defend my faith even though I had a really rough patch in this summer with my faith. So I kind of needed people to present other points of view for me to be like, oh, that's a good point of view, but actually I think this, and this actually makes a lot of sense. So you know, maybe I should actually apply this to the questions that I was having. So perspectives was honestly so eye-opening to me. Maybe like one day I'll just create a video just on everything I've learned, because I think it's just so worth it to share. You know, I'll do it. I'll do a video one day, just stay updated. Let's see, what else? Freshman nursing seminar, yeah, it's just a seminar. It's really chill class. Same with Seco Scholar. It's a learning living community. We live in upper campus. We had to take perspectives, as I said, and we had to take that 1 credit Seco Scholars course where we honestly just chill and we build a community with the other members. This year has been extremely difficult because we're over Zoom, like having discussions instead of being in person due to the orientation of our classrooms and not being able to have these kind of discussions that we would usually have, and not being able to hang out as much as they did last year. This is the 2nd year they're having it, so I'm the child too. I think it's great to meet new people and you kind of just talk about your stress. Definitely not as close as I thought it would be, fully due to COVID. We can work with the times. It's okay if it's not ideal and not what we imagined it to be, you know, at least we get something out of it. So enough of me rambling on and on about my classes. My experience in college was awesome, but I do not for a minute remember any of it. It went by in such a blur that I literally don't remember what happened. Before I went to Boston College, I created this happy box. I put little letters, which I wrote notes and like things that made me happy. Even the tiniest things that made me happy, I just wrote them and then I put them in this box. Just because at the end of the summer, I was in a really bad place in my mental health. I guess it was just hard for me to see the happiness in each day, so that's exactly why I created this happy box, so that I can look back on all these memories. And I want to continue doing this just to kind of just appreciate the little things in life. We're just gonna go through these and I'll just read them, and if stories come up, I'll just talk to you guys about them. If not, we'll just keep going. Oh, this is literally the first note I picked up. First happy box note. This is like the first one I check is my first happy box note. Thing that began it all. September 17, 2020. Finished my first anatomy and physiology test today. Studied a little too much and I actually understood the content first time. I felt the most prepared in my life for a test. And then the second test went downhill because I was like, oh, I don't need to study as much and I lost motivation. So don't do that. September 13, finished all my homework on time. Lol, what an achievement. Okay, good job, Olivia. That is so good for you, because I'm sorry to crush your feelings past Olivia, but later on you actually turned in something late and you only got half credit, so you got 10 out of 20 and something that's like 10% of your grade, which was not ideal, but you know, it's good. September 14, 2020. I got an interview with Campus School Volunteer. Excited but nervous. I was really chill, girl. Don't be nervous. One of the things I do is teach ESOL classes, which is English for second learners. So for like immigrants, so basically. August 28th, found out that you can buy stuff at a farmer's market with meal plan money. Oh my goodness. Yes, that is so important. I just don't eat a lot, so I have a lot of money left over in the semester. One thing I found out is that they have farmers markets. They mostly sell like vegetables and stuff like that. So like obviously as a freshman you can't cook, but they also have like pies, they have bread, they had carrots and peppers, which I bought and ate raw, cheese. They had like options, so that's like one hack, and you can use your meal plan money on that. And you get fresh stuff and supporting local farmers. So win, 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 win everywhere. So if you're an incoming student, keep that in the back of your mind. September 3rd, got so many free things today. Hee hee, food, masks, bags, and more. Yeah, one thing about going to college is you get so many free things. Doesn't compensate for how much you're paying for being at that school, but you know, it feels great to get that free food. Oh, these just make me so happy. You really realize that like it's really the little things that make you happy, and I definitely would not remember how happy that made me if I did not write it. If you guys are not feeling the best, I definitely suggest writing one of these boxes, forcing yourself if you have to write something every day. No matter how grand it is, like you got a dog or you just got up early in the morning. October 10th, 2 a.m. digging deep into the past, uncovering adorable emails. Wow, I miss being young. Ooh. Oh my, wait, I need to show you guys. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I cannot. This is so cute. Oh my goodness. I want to go back to the past where like we obviously didn't have a phone yet. This email is in October 21st, 2009. This is when I was 7 years old. My subject title is a day.
Dear Dad,
Cake and luggage emoji thing. It's not even emojis. I'll show you guys in a sec.
on October 21, there were lots of ladybugs on the pavement. We saw more than 20 ladybugs. Be careful, don't step on them. Look at them.
Look, do you guys see those emojis? Like, that's what we had before. I literally just sent an email just to say, I love you, Daddy. This just unlocks like a bunch of memories of using those little emoticon guys before these sophisticated emojis came in place. But those were like animations, so I'd say like bring those back, Gmail. Can you like actually bring those back? Like I need to get on those. Like the ones that hug, like the yellow ones that go like, woo. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. We can never get back that time where like phones were not a huge thing. It's just such a like a keepsake. I just want to like, maybe I'll print all the emails out because they're such a great memory. September 26th, committed to Capital and so excited to be part of this fun community and have fun dancing. No more sitting on the sidelines. I joined Capital Dance Ministry. We dance like Christian music basically, and that's how we worship. I've always liked watching people dance. Like watching hip hop, like how sharp everything is, but yet how groovy. Like you know what I mean? That's what I love. I've always loved dance, but I cannot. But I was like, dude, there's only gonna be so many times in my life where there's like, first of all, a dance ministry that's pretty chill. Like I don't have to be super good at dance, and it's also like dance ministry. Like it's a great way to praise and be in like such a great community. Wherever you are in life, I think one thing that's so important is to say yes more. If an opportunity comes, don't shy away from it. If you think that other people will judge you for it, if you think that you're not capable enough, you are capable. What's the worst that can happen if you try something? Like you don't like it and you just quit and you never see the people ever again. I'm honestly so happy I did it. Life is all about experiencing things. I love looking at these. This makes me so happy. The church community is honestly great. It's just such a great place to be. It's like a home away from home. I'd suggest going even if you're not Christian. August 27th, I moved into BC today. Dude, why is this marker so thick? Like I cannot read it. Peeing? Peeing more excited than nervous now? Feeling more excited than nervous now. I can't believe I'm in college. I still cannot believe I'm in college. Like when you look up to things and you're like, oh my goodness, college is so far away. People in college are so old. They must be so cool and they must like know a lot of things. And then when you get there, you're like, wait, I do not know a lot of things. I am not cool. I'm still a small little kindergartner. That's a great thing about going to college so close to home is that your parents can visit, especially during COVID-19. Like I got super lucky. Things worked out the way they worked out. Oh, hello! My sister came back home from college today and I have not seen her in months. We're gonna continue. She's showering just to get all the COVID off of her, but she did test negative, so hopefully it's okay. Girl, we still have so many. Haven't even got through half of it yet. That's good. That's good. The more, the merrier. That means we were happier this semester. August 27th, I did my first poop at BC. I did it, guys. BC is officially my home because on August 27th, I did my first poop. November 12th. 105 views and 5 people saw the video on their homepage. Time to ride on the wave. So this is when I posted my move into college video and I got so many views so fast. It was really exciting. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep posting, and that's why I'm doing vlogs this year. If you guys are enjoying it, thank you for watching to this point. Is anybody out there? No? Okay, well, we'll just keep going anyway. September 3rd, Pamela reefed with Alicia today. Kinda awkward taco though because someone was sitting in the lounge. Ouchie. The gym is on lower campus and all freshmen live in upper campus or in Newton, and I live in upper campus, so I have to walk across the whole campus to go to the gym. I've been to the gym once to do a class, but other than that, I like did Pamela Reef with Alicia in like the balcony area. If you guys saw my college movement video, I just roll out a yoga mat there and do my workout and pray to God that nobody comes inside because I'm embarrassed as heck, but what are you gonna do, you know? September 19th, my FFP interview went bueno, except they asked me to do something memorable. I had this interview and they asked me to do something memorable and I literally did not know what to do. So I could do a handstand, but I was not gonna get up and do a handstand in my collared shirt and then below I'm wearing sweats. Like, nah, I'm not doing a handstand like that. So I went like this. I went like, I love you. I seriously just went like, I love you. I mean, I guess it's memorable, but girl, when you confessing your feelings to everybody now, what? I don't know, that was weird. I was like so embarrassed after. Thankfully, I didn't get it. I didn't get the position, so never got to see that person again, which is good. It's all good for me. September 16th, Alicia got her Yoshi and Toad sweater and was super happy. I happy. Whenever we played Mario Kart, Alicia is always Toad and I'm always Yoshi. When we take pictures, I always piggyback her. So that iconic picture of Toad piggybacking on top of Yoshi is like our iconic picture. So I embroidered her a sweater for good luck on her MCAT. September 15th, I love studying in Maloney Hall. It's so calming. Maloney Hall is the nursing school and the view there on the 3rd floor is quite honestly beautiful. It looks over lower campus. You can see like the big field and then it looks onto the recreation center and it's beautiful. It's stunning there, but the only bad thing about studying there is that they blast the AC. They shoot it down and it's freezing. My fingers turn purple. It's not good. September 11th, I had lunch with Rebecca and Anna and had a great time, feeling better than yesterday. Other people I saw on like Instagram and stuff like that, they were already forming their groups and I was like, I don't got no friends, and I think that's what's super hard about social media, just seeing like the great part of everybody's lives, like seeing other people make these friends. And I was like, oh, where are my friends at? I'm gonna be alone for the rest of my life, but it all turns out okay. Oh, this video is so long. October 16th, went on a run around the reservoir and read Numbers 27 while listening to Give Me Faith, My Heart Is Full. If you guys don't know Boston College, we have a reservoir right next to the campus. It's like 1.5 miles. I only did it like twice in the semester. Definitely next semester I need to get more into that. Take advantage of the beautiful campus and exercise. We're getting deep with this on. October 10th, my perspectives exam, I wrote about how suffering in the world doesn't contradict with God's nature. I prayed to God that I wouldn't speak any false information. I feel like the Spirit was in me, making me right. Happy because I struggled with it a lot and I just did that. But I was talking before about my mental health in the summer and like difficulty with that. How does suffering exist if God also exists? In our perspectives class, my prompt for an exam was, does suffering contradict God's nature? I proved that. It did make sense that they work together, and that was like something I extremely struggled with, so I definitely feel like it was the Spirit like working in me, just like writing out this essay. I didn't even know where the points came from. They just came into my mind. September 3rd, sat outside while studying, so relaxing to breathe in fresh air and watch the sky change colors. Love nature. September 14th, I dissected a rat today. Fun stuff, kind of cool to see everything and how it works, but also scary how easy it is to cut it open. You literally just take a scalpel and you go like, and you can cut everything. You can cut through every layer like that. That's terrifying. September 11th, BC burger tastes so good. Fries are fire too, so juicy. Dude, I don't know if this is controversial or something, but I thought the BC burger tastes so good. Other people said it didn't taste good. So if you guys go to BC and have eaten their burger before, please tell me if it's good or if like my taste buds are just lacking. October 11th, hi. Why is the world so beautiful? This is when me and my family went to Acadia National Park and we literally could see all the stars in the whole universe. Quite honestly beautiful. We finally finished the happy box and we have all our notes right here. I hope you guys got to learn more about the Boston College experience and also learn more about me, I guess. Learn more about things that make me happy and things that work for me. And hopefully this video has helped you. If you are in a dark place, you're gonna get out of it. make a happy box and put every happy note in it, because when you read and look back on it, you really are gonna be touched and remember all the good moments despite the bad ones in your life. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 21. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Bye!